Hey, if you're looking to transform your life, I want to show you a principle that I used to transform my life. But before I do that, I want to tell you about a story about how I actually found this principle that has definitely helped transform and shape my life. You know those those stories you hear about people finding barn finds. So in other words, they'd find an old like 64 Impala or something in a barn, or they'd find old Harley Davidson in a barn. Well, the truth of it is, I found something in a barn 25 years ago, and this barn was built in 1791, and it was from a journal of a farmer. And that find was more valuable to me than any material thing I could have found. Let me explain. When I was working on this barn, the family was redoing the barn, and I had the contract. I was up in the attic of a barn, and I'm moving around insulation, and they insulated with newspaper and paper and cardboard and all kinds of crap, dust everywhere. But there I was, starting my career, 25 years ago, and lo and behold, I stumbled across what I call a journal. It was a little book, and it was very old. And when you open the book up, it would just crunch. And I finally got some of it open where the pages where I could read it. And I'm going to dig deep into this book in several upcoming episodes. And on the pages, it had rules and principles. It also had chores, but it was really cool. And I don't know when it was written, but the book, the farm that we were redoing goes back generation to generation to generation, and the barn was built in 1791. So when I opened the book, one of the rules was feel gratitude. I'm thinking, well, feel gratitude. It's hard to tell a young, testosterone filled, egotistical guy feel gratitude. I didn't know what that meant at the time. As I get older in years, I've discovered, that, yeah, I know gratitude now. So, how do you feel gratitude? I guess would be the question. And I can explain it best by this way. I don't know if any of you viewers out there lost a parent or lost someone that you loved, and you don't feel how grateful you are almost till they're gone. Like you learn the lesson. Wow, I used to be able to go to my dad or my mom for all kinds of advice, or friends, loved ones, whatever that is. Once you lose that person in your life, you're so grateful for the times that you had them in your life. And you feel that gratitude. You feel it more than just saying it. And I think that's the secret of gratitude. Now, listen, there could be people who are like, well, I'm grateful for my car. As shallow as that sounds, well, maybe you are. But I feel like relationships you can be a lot more grateful for than material things. So practice on feeling grateful for things in your life. And, what I do with some of my clients is I'll talk to them, well, what are you grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for, say, my spouse. Okay, if you start digging deep, well, what is it about your spouse that you're grateful for? And then they might say, well, he brings me flowers, or, she does all our laundry for us. And then you just keep digging into questions where they almost break down in tears because they're so grateful for that person. And that's the key. When you feel that gratitude, the universe, our creator, whatever you want to call it, it recognizes that you're feeling such gratitude that it gives you more things to be grateful. And that was in the journal. Feel gratitude. Now, there's lots of other tips that were in it. Well, there was the ones that I could read. I did record some of them, and I remembered some of them. And I just want to share that with you because my life, I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful for everything I have in my life. And, my life feels like it's a living miracle. So stay with me for more content coming up. Hit the follow and subscribe, and we're going to go deep. We're going to go deep into this journal that I found. Thanks for tuning in.